crash a flask of oil onto the ground, and then use an object interaction. So I think that would be a bonus action or a free action to use my tinderbox to lit up the oil on the ground. Then use my 5 feet of remaining movement and move through the door. I can't close the door because I'm out of movement, out of action, depending how... Is the tinderbox a bonus action?
To get it right, I just want to get right so I know exactly what you're trying to do. We'll sort out the mechanical stuff after. You're running towards the door, you're splashing this oil in front, on the floor in front of the door, set it on fire, and then shut the door behind you. So, the fire is obstructing in front of the door. Is that it?
Yeah, so if someone tries to come into the door frame, they would quite likely take some fire damage.
In that case, I'd say, let's see, you run, you disengage, so that's your action gone off that one. You didn't do anything with your bonus action of the first turn, I don't think.
No.
Second turn comes around.
As far as
In that case, I'm not sure if that changed anything off your plan, but I'd say you still have an action and a bonus action.
Yeah, well, the action would be to pour the flask of oil. First action, disengage. Second action, pour the flask of oil.
You know what? I'm going to say, because of action search, this is me completely homebrewing it, but I'm going to say if you use action search, you also get a new free item interaction.
The oil flask is an action just by itself.
Oh, okay.
At least if you throw it, so I assume it's also an action to, cover it on the ground.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was an actual item. Okay. In that case, I don't have to. Okay, great. In that case, that's the thing then. Okay. All right. In that case, you're on the other side. Close the door behind you.
And that will be the end of my turn, which I guess I'll give the turn to the doppelganger.
All right, Mesef. Let's describe first what you find on the other end of the door, shall we?
Yeah.
As you get through the other end of the door, you see a bunch of tables and chairs, large barrels as well. And you see people laughing and drinking and sharing a mug. And interestingly, actually, I'm going to have you roll for that. Roll me an intelligence roll. And it is... Ooh, never mind. Well, the interesting part is that there's lots of weird characters in here. You see an orc, you see a halfling, you see an elf, all sorts of people drinking and having a time. All sort of like peeking their heads at you as you sarge through. And what you notice about them is that many of them carry weapons, and some are even wearing armor. Otherwise, there is another door in this room, but let's get to that when we get to that. Right, behind you, what's happening? Get him! And you hear a bit of joustling and everything. You just closed the door, right? You didn't do anything otherwise to it?
Don't think I can.
Okay.
I would try to hold on to the door.
Yeah, I will allow that. Then again, no. You used your actions, I'm afraid. No. Can't quite do that. So yeah, let's see. From a tactical perspective, let's see. Roll me one more persuasion to see just how much you put the wool over that one guy that you've been talking with this whole time. To see if he joins in or not.
Roll a what for it?
Persuasion. Or deception, whichever you would prefer. Both are...
Same for either.
Yeah, figured. Alright, he is hesitant and would rather just not be here right now, so nothing to worry about. However, meanwhile, okay, Misav is... Okay, let me see his stat block. He's going to take 5 damage as he enters this square, and he's going to rip the door open. And... There it is. And he is going to pull out a long sword and is going to attempt to hit you with it. All right.
Yep. That's a shame. I was hoping I could keep the door.
Okay, let's see how to handle this. I am going to continue rolling openly. What is your current AC?
It's only 16.
All right. Well, let's see. First roll.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Second
Next
roll.
is another one.
That is a miss. Let's roll damage. Okay. 1d10. You take 5 damage. However, he's now standing behind you, and it is becoming increasingly clear to you that all the people within this room drinking will also become hostile to you at this point. Alright. But I'll not have them join in the initiative just yet, as you did surprise them. It is back to your turn. Choose wisely. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping I could keep the door shut. The fact that they opened it ruins the whole thing I was planning.
He's still standing in flaming fires. He does not seem
He
deterred by this, however.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the flames kind of obstruct his vision, as Saban will try to cloak himself up a little with the cape and use his action to drink a potion.
All right. What kind of potion will it be?
One of invisibility.
I suspected as much.
Yeah.
Very well. In that case, you turn invisible. Right in front of him. As you swirl your cloak, it turns translucent. And with it, all that remains is a few dust particles as you vanish into thin air.
Yeah. I will then...
However, let me warn you, invisibility does not mean being undetectable.
No, it does not. However, there's people hopefully still making some sound in the bar, so figured that might cover some of the sound. I will, however, leave the door frame, so, as they're most likely going to burst through, they will not bump into me. So I will move to a side. There any empty tables or anything?
You can easily enough find one, yes. However, I am going to say that this will cause an opportunity attack, and I will once again roll it openly. It will be a disadvantage.
It's with disadvantage.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
First roll.
Right.
That it will be a... That
Will
would
be a
be...
miss. Unless he has a +4.
He has a +5. Okay. With disadvantage, though. That is a miss. You're fine to go.
Mm.
With your cloak twirling as you move around, just before your translucency attempts to go for it, but it is too far. Your cloak hides naturally your ways, and with the translucency completed, you're free to move around gracefully. And with that, you settle on a nearby table, I suppose.
Yeah, or if it has no chairs in the way, I'll actually get underneath the table for a bit.
All right. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of characters in this bar, and a lot of them have interesting abilities. Let me check if any of them would be helpful in detecting somebody. What's your passive stealth, since you did not make an active roll?
If I can, I would like to, but my active, I think it's only, is it 8 plus your stealth, or what is the passive one?
The passive is, if I recall correctly, 8 plus proficiency plus the thing that you have in it. Actually, no, I think it says 10. I don't think proficiency... Yeah, no, never mind what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It says 10
so in
plus.
that case, it's just 12, so most things...
In that case, it's 12,
I don't
but being
try
invisible gives you an automatic +10, so it's 22.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now with the DC set in stone, you're hiding. Very good. Let's see. There is an elf here. So, oh no. Okay, he has advantage. Rolling openly again with advantage to detect you. You have a 22 though, so it will be quite high.
Yeah, 5 and a nat 20. So
Well,
you can smell me, huh?
Okay, man, that stings.
Yes.
As you disappear, and you hide as you twirl around and roll under the table, you notice that one pair of eyes within the bar never left you as you moved around. As an elf, very gingerly, moves and kneels down onto the floor under the table and takes aim with a bow. Right at you. Rolling with disadvantage to hit.
19 and a 13.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The modifier is too high, I'm afraid. That still hits.
Yeah.
What is the damage? Roll that. Okay.
1d8 if it has a longbow.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, I'm
9
out.
damage. And with that, I believe you're out, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to tell me what the last moments are of Saban as he gets one of his...
His cover is blown as he looks towards the elf and realizing that he's being aimed at, and well, not necessarily all blown, but people nearby will just hear from underneath the table short and very short, just shit. As he tries to move out the arrow's way.
Escapes your lips. You draw in a sharp breath as the arrow pierces your shoulder yet, and your body twists to the side. This is not the appropriate music. What the hell, man? That was not what I wanted. Damn it. Hang on. Get this Ace Attorney out of here. There we are. This is probably more somber. And with that, you are beginning to lose consciousness. Okay. These may be the last rolls you make, Saban. Make me a death save. Make me another death save.
Ooh, my.
Those are 2 failures.
Don't spoil it for the viewers.
Saban of Gilencia, I must ask you to make me one more death saving throw.
And let's not reveal what that was. I'd say this is a good place to cut the recording.